Alright, another one of these stupid DMCA videos. Sorry. And I'll talk about Sean and whatever. Well, anyway, so I've gotten 20 DMCAs today from some guy who is using my name. So, yeah, I've DMCA'd myself 20 times. And YouTube can't even figure that one out. They can't even figure out that it's probably not a legitimate DMCA if the guy's name on the content is the same as the guy making the claim. But anyway, so yeah, I counter noticed, whatever. But it just, I don't know whether it's connected to this. There's some asshole who's just provoking it. He wants to demonstrate somehow that he has a right to use anybody's content anytime he wants, any way he wants. And it's just such bullshit. I mean, all this shit with Sean would never have happened if people just didn't use his content. I mean, the DMCA does open the door. It does, as soon as you start fucking with somebody else's content, you are fucking with it, people. Don't claim you're not fucking with it. You're not treating it fairly. One of you, explain to me how it is fair use if you are manipulating it. I mean, that's not exactly how I can construct the word fair to mean. Fair means that you give it equal standing, equal integrity, that you treat it like you would treat yourself, kind of a thing, right? I mean, that's what fairness is. Fairness is basically, how would I treat myself in an argument? And so, it even goes down to the thing where, anytime you try to take an advantage, you try to cut the other person lower so you're standing up higher. It's like being on stilts or something. And as soon as you start fucking with their content, you're building stilts. You're cheating in the game. And you can't deny that. Because you're not just playing their video and responding to it. You're perverting the argument. You're changing the atmosphere of the argument. And you're doing it by diminishing the other guy. And so if you're diminishing him, how is that a fair fight? If you're cutting his legs off, how is it a fair fight? So it's just such a stupid fucking argument to have. So anyway, like I said, all this shit you wouldn't open the DMCA door, then you wouldn't have this whole fucking thing. And it gets so goddamn personal. And like I said, when people are basically stealing my identity now to file false claims against me, it's obviously not Sean, is it? No, so it's these other fucktards, these other brainwashed cult members, who have done the same thing to, the First Amendment says I can do anything I want to do ever. And they're just as culty, aren't they? I mean, the cult of the First Amendment, which means I can fuck with you any way I want to fuck with you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I can heckle, I can graffiti, I can do anything the fuck I want. That's their definition of the First Amendment. It means they can go out into the street and take a shit right in the middle of the street, and that's their First Amendment right. That's their free expression. I mean, it's just such a pile of shit. So anyway, it's this whole responsibility word. But yeah, I mean, you got to do things carefully sometimes. You got to be a little bit careful. And a lot of you weren't very fucking careful. And you incited a lot of other people not to be very careful. And that's probably part of the point. Is that I think probably this guy, this asshole who decided to challenge me, he's probably just incited. I'm not going to blame him, but it might be him. Who the hell fucking knows? But if not, he's incited somebody to break federal law to play a stupid game. And what for what? And they're doing this against somebody. I got a case in court already, assholes. It's already been paid for. All right. So to add you, all I have to do is put your name on the piece of paper. You dumb fucker. I mean, why fuck with me? I mean, you're not gonna win fighting me. All right. I'm in court, and even if I get out of court in Texas, I'm gonna be back in court in California. All right, because I got 2 years to file over the YouTube suspending the Amendum account. And I can get all the fucking information I fucking want about all of you little fuckers. I can get your PMs. I can get your IP addresses. I can get all that shit. So why are you fucking with me? You're just so fucking stupid. But anyway, not that you should fuck with anybody else. I mean, if somebody wants to do this shit, yeah, do it to me. I'm the right guy. Come to me. Alright, if you're a serial killer, come to my house. If you're a fucking jackass who wants to fuck people over, yeah, fuck with me. Go ahead. That's alright then. I mean, under those conditions, yeah. I mean, if you have to do it, if you have to be a little wimpy terrorist asshole, then yeah, do it to me. But anyway. Yeah, there's not much else to say on that shit. It just stupid. This is stupid to get caught up in this crap. So anyway, now let's go on to the Sean thing, which I think is just so bogus for you people to be standing up talking. Well, Sean grew up as a little boy, and he was a little short, and he had a funky little weird look because he had big ears, and he's had a lot of traumas, and that's why he's a religious fucktard. I mean, that's just such crap. And this whole cult thing and this brainwash thing, and somehow you think this is an effective way to get to somebody. You're going to patronize them. Talk about their dysfunctionality with their family, and you're going to use all this crap now? I mean, you think this is the way you approach somebody, even if it was true that he had psychological issues. This is how you treat his psychological disorder, is by publicly attempting to humiliate him, and you're not going to call it humiliation? Oh, Sean wets his pants, and sometimes he does a little poopy in his pants, and and then you have to take care of that. And you don't think that's going to, have exactly the opposite reaction? I mean, you're supposed to be these big-brained atheists. You don't know anything about like reverse psychology and shit. I mean, this is just such nonsense. So anyway, I mean, I've been there. I mean, I had a sister who went religious nut crazy. I mean, as crazy as that sounds, I mean, I couldn't be more atheist, and she couldn't have turned into more of a wacky Christian. And so it was just so fucked up. And yeah, it was, there was no talking through it. There was nothing, you can't do anything. It's like, okay, they're gone. Their brain is just, you can't navigate. You can't push any button on them, and nothing's good is going to happen. It's like, your cell phone being all, you drop it in the water and it's fucked, and their brain is fucked. So you're not going to get anywhere with this crap. They're going to have to find it their own way out of the mess. Because look, my sister died. She died. And, I mean, she died horribly over years, and she wouldn't let go right to the bitter end. She was not going to let go of this delusion that God is going to do something. And it's tragic, but you can't just sit there and call it like some kind of grand psychosis or something. This is what human beings do. I mean, human beings get things in their heads, and you can't get them out of their heads. I mean, there's capitalists that are like that. There's communists that are like that. I mean, there's people that just get these ideas in their head, and they will not be reasonable. But to do all this to pile all this psycho-babble crap on top of this is really, really a bad idea. The point is that we have to capture the audience of these people. I mean, and whether we have to sing songs or however you have to do it to make atheism seem a little cooler, a little cleaner, then we got to do that. But I mean, trying to sabotage their leaders is pointless. They've fallen down 10 million times. They've shown huge, gigantic character flaws, and obviously the audience doesn't care. I mean, you see it in, you see it in the way people still revere Ronald Reagan, even though he lied through his teeth. There's just no, you can't win that game, in my opinion. So it's a waste of time to do this character crap. Just deal with the arguments. Try to present people with a better alternative argument. But attempting to assassinate messengers is just fucking lame. Yeah, that's probably enough. I might actually have time left. Look at that. Yeah, I think I do. So anyway, I thought it would be a little harder to get into that shit just because of the whole sister thing. But like I said, I've been there, and so maybe I just should shut up because, maybe you can't. Maybe you can sit there and capture these people and tie them into a chair and beat the religion out of them. But I mean, this is just bogus to say there's some, to play this game like they have a sickness. It's the same sickness a lot of atheists have. They have a lot of their own totem poles and their own bullshit that they revere, that they won't let anybody touch. Just like this asshole who's doing the free speech thing. I mean, he's a kamikaze for free speech. So he'll go all the way to the lengths of DMCA and 20 of my fucking videos that have nobody else's content in them, obviously. He'll go to the trouble, steal my name. I mean, he's a kamikaze for free speech. So whether somebody's a kamikaze for God or for free speech or for some other bullshit. It's the same psychosis. So you're going to start pointing your finger at all the crazy fanatical atheists who are only atheists because they have some personal resentment towards being, oh, they don't like that the Christians don't like homosexuals, or they don't like that the Christians did something to them personally. I mean, we can find those people. They aren't anything for an intellectual reason. It's all psychology. But you really want to play that game? So anyway, enough said. Yeah, it's just a bad circumstance going both ways. A lot of bad behavior going on here. That's all that can be said. So anyway, till next time, I guess. I haven't got a counter notification from that guy who provoked me to DMCA him. So I don't know whether he's going to do it or not. But whatever. He's just this old big talk.